Welcome into the 24/7 Sports Channel for yet another Commitment Day special. Today it is Silas Demary Jr. from Combine Academy and Team Curry, a four-star prospect in the national class who's going to be announcing his decision. But before we go live to Silas, I want to bring in national recruiting analyst Travis Branham to help us break down exactly what is at stake here. Trav, what's going on?
Nothing much, man. Excited to be here and excited to see what this news we're about to hear come out.
Yeah, absolutely. So now you and I are both big fans of Silas. We saw him together, actually, in the first week of the July live period. What is it that makes you so enthusiastic about him as a prospect?
Yeah, first off, it's the big jump in his development he's made over the past year and a half. Going back to Team Curry when he was on the under-16 team, this was a kid that kind of caught my eye then. Just as a basketball player, he's one of those guys that just went out and made basketball plays. He's a willing passer. He shared the basketball. He pushed the ball up the floor, but he's also a strong player. He's a good athlete. He could create and score off the bounce. But then again, now heading into this summer, what really caught my eye is the development he's made as a point guard. He's really improved his decision-making, but he's also improved his long-range shooting. This is a guy who can play both on and off the ball very fluidly. So I think this is going to be a very impactful college basketball player that has a chance to be a potential all-league guy here in a couple of years.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with you there. I saw him first time he jumped out to me was in June. It was at the Under Armour Future 60 camp in down at IMG Academy, and they were doing a one-on-one segment. And I'm watching a lot of guys were just taking multiple dribbles, don't really understand how to get to their spots. And then you've got him, and it's like one or two bounces, straight line, crafty finisher, knows how to use his body, just does some things instinctually that are hard to teach. And then, as you mentioned, we saw him play all that out and more during the Under Armour Association. Trav, we're going to be right back with you in a couple minutes to break down his final decision. And now we are going to go live to the man himself, Silas Demary Jr. He's got everybody there with him. Silas, what's going on? To the man himself, Silas Demary Jr. He's got everybody there with him. Silas, what's going on? To the man himself. We've got a good delay here. Now, Silas, this is a big moment for you, obviously. It's been a long road. Talk to us about this process and what it's been like for you. Moment for you, obviously. It's been a long road. Talk to us about this process and what it's been like for you. Moment for you, obviously. It's been a long road. Talk to us about this process and what it's been like for you. Moment for you, obviously. It's been a long road. Talk to us about this process. Hey, Silas, we got a big echo here. If you guys could turn off the speaker there, because people can't even hear what you're saying. They just hear the speakers there. So we try and get this right so we make sure we get your announcement out to as many people as possible. We're going to break down your finalists. You've got 4 different schools that you've come down to. We've got St. John's, we've got USC, VCU, and NC State. So we've got some local options there. We've got coming up to New York. We've got going out to California. Silas, what was it about these 4 schools that really appealed to you? Was there a common denominator among the schools that you have in your finalists in terms of, was it, obviously it's not geography, was it opportunity, or what was it about these schools that stood out?
Yeah, I would say mainly just the opportunity to have to come in right away and play, earn minutes, and then like their style of play is pretty much fit who I am. Like I'm a downhill guard, get after both sides of the ball, make plays, make winning plays. And most of these programs, like they're winning programs, so they all represent who I am as a person.
No doubt. And I don't know if you could hear it, but Travis and I were just breaking it down, how impressive we were with you this summer. But you've got quite a group of people around you there. And I want to give you a chance to do 2 things. Introduce us to the people you have with you, and then thank whoever you want to thank before it's time to make this big announcement.
Yes, sir. So the people that's with me now are my dad, my twin sister, my mom, my older sister, Samara, my grandma, my Mimi, and my aunts, uncles, cousins, everybody in the back, my head coach, Coach Mike, my trainer, my AU coach, Anthony Simmons. And then, now I guess everybody wants to see where I'm going. So for the next 2 to 4 years, I'd like to announce that I will be attending the University of Southern California.
right. What a moment. So cool to see you have the entire support system behind you for this. Now, what was it about USC that made you decide you want to go across the country to play your college basketball?
Yeah, I mean, the decision for me was, Coach Infield and the rest of the staff, just felt like family. I felt like my parents, like how they raised me. It just felt like that from day one. They came in late, but even though like it was late, they still had that family atmosphere. And then Coach, he's coached in the NBA, put guys in the NBA. Then third, like I have the opportunity to come in there and fight for minutes right away coming in as a freshman. So.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Now, you are USC's first commitment in the 2023 class, but there's a lot of speculation you won't be the last, and I know that's something that you're familiar with. But what is it about your role, regardless of who you go in with, that they really sold you on? What was their basketball vision for you?
Just their style of play, and being able to come in right away and being able to play. That's really what sold me, Coach loved the way I play. He said I can come in and fight for minutes early. I gravitated that early, just being able to play right away. That makes me want to get to the NBA quicker and easier. So.
I tell you what, Silas, we talked about it before. You have been on an absolutely linear track in the last few months. You seem to get better every time you take the court. I think you got a lot of upside still to discover. You got phones ringing. You got family there. You got teammates there. You got to go celebrate, my man. Thank you for doing this with us here today, and you enjoy the rest of the day and your weekend, all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you as well.
All right, big moment there, and a big one for USC as they get on the board with their first commit in the class of 2023, four-star guard Silas Demary Jr. He is headed to USC. We're going to bring Travis Branham back in here to help break this down. So, Trav, what do you think about this for USC? Obviously a big one for Andy Enfield.
Yeah, I love this pickup for Andy Enfield. This, regardless, as you said, regardless who comes in alongside him in the next 1 or 2 months, this is a kid who's going to be able to play both on and off the ball for Andy Enfield. He makes basketball plays. He has a high IQ. Again, goes back to being a willing passer. One thing that we both failed to mention, well, you touched on it, but is his physicality as a guard. This is a kid who gets to the free throw line very consistently, knows how to use his body and drive hard to the rim. And then again, when he improves that jump shot, he can make another big jump at the collegiate level and then be a really, really dynamic weapon out in Los Angeles. As he said, potential 2 to 4 years. So he's clearly got a goal in mind of potentially being done into, and there's a chance he could.
Yeah, I love that. 2 to 4 years. And you know what? You touched on it there. The other thing he does, and the statistics back this up, he gets fouled. He draws a lot of contact. He gets himself to the free throw line, and that's how he gets some easy points. I mean, I was talking, breaking it down earlier, and in my mind, there's 3 variables here for him to take his game to the next level. One, he becomes a pure prototypical point guard, which I think, as you said, he's on the way to becoming. 2, he becomes a more consistent outside shooter, and I don't see any mechanical reasons why he shouldn't be able to do that. That's an area that Andy Enfield takes a lot of pride in, developing the shooting of his players. And then 3 is just really starting to maximize his abilities on the defensive end. We've seen that in flashes, but when he does it consistently at 6'4" and 180 pounds right now, which is only going to continue to bulk up, I think those are 3 areas where he can continue to take his game to new levels. And obviously, as we alluded to, this is not going to be the last commitment for USC, not in the backcourt either. They are well known to be targeting Isaiah Collier, who's the top-ranked prospect in the 24/7 national rankings. And whether it's Isaiah Collier or someone else, this is a team that is going to need to add multiple guards, immediate impact playmaking guards, as they look to replace Boogie Ellis next season. There is lots more content on the 24/7 Sports site right now. You've got stuff from Travis. You've got analysis from me. Please visit there. And if you have liked what you've seen, don't forget to like and subscribe to the 24/7 Sports channel. We appreciate you joining us, and we'll see you soon.